Hey everyone, welcome back to another challenge recap. We just recently finished up the ugly Christmas sweater competition, which I thought was a great idea, hosted with one of our collaborators, Heather Johnson. She's not able to join us for this video, but I have my man Philip with me, gonna help hold it down. You may remember Philip from a previous copy with Kittl we did, which I'll link up in the corner for you to go check out if you haven't already. But today, we're gonna check out these ugly Christmas sweaters, and we're going to pick out a couple. We're going to make some comments on them. Of course, there's going to be a lot of silliness happening. And then we're going to pick out a special winner to win a year of Kittl Expert. So definitely stay tuned. You may see your design up on the screen. So let's go ahead and pull up the challenge. And then, Philip, let's take a look at the top three and then maybe talk about why these designs, one, made the top three. Like, why are they kind of winners? And two, why would they make great sweatshirts?
So, guys, here we see the three winners. What I think you can see immediately is they use the same color scheme, right? It's always the red with the green, and they always filled the whole space of the format. And most important thing for this topic is, I think, besides from the design perspective, is the humor in it. And all of these are, of course, kind of not meant really serious. It's like, there is a quote from "You better watch out, you better not cry" from Sinatra, and people know that, and so it's people can connect with these designs and or think they're kind of cute, like with the cat, or kind of sarcastic maybe. And I think this is the most important thing for this challenge here.
Yeah, absolutely. And they all make use of one of these patterns, like the stitching. They're like kind of ugly stitching pattern, so to speak. Like on the left we have the tree with the snowflakes in the middle, and then in the middle, our first place winner, we have like a whole grid of trees, a whole row of snowflakes, and it kind of creates this pattern which you've kind of commonly been trained to see in these like sweaters. You kind of see this, like whether it's on like the shoulder across or like across the chest. And then what's funny in the third place winner is we have that, but then we added skulls to it. So then we like mixed niches, which is pretty funny. It's funny because it's like, not today Satan, but it's not today Santa. I like that one. It's pretty funny. So absolutely job well done to the top three. You will be getting your prizes very, very soon, but let's scroll down because we had a lot of other amazing entries. Let's pick a couple and talk about like why they, maybe catch our eye. Let's maybe even give some like improvement ideas for some of these, because there's a lot of really great designs, but there's also a lot of leveling up we could do, to like potentially have this sell somewhere online or something like that. So is there any, as we scroll down here, Philip, that like kind of catches your eye?
While we're scrolling down, of course the ones that we already saw, and here's the green one from Ruth, maybe.
Ruth, yes, sure.
Yeah, I think we can definitely talk about this one.
Yeah.
Because I think it has a good attitude, about how it's technically how it was created and how the structure of it is. You can totally improve it. I mean, it's great. No offense, of course, but if you would make this a little clearer in its structure, give it a little more order, this would have competed way better, I think. So props to Ruth. Really nice design. But like I said, if you put it a little more centered, maybe make it a little more balanced, that would really help it. And also the colors, you could also like the colors that they pop a little more, and you can give the green a little bit more of green, like a more colorful green.
Yeah, less muted. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, and I mean, we've got the pattern element here, this kind of framing pattern element, which is good. But yeah, just like working with the position of some of these elements as well as the text, because I kind of get it. Like I get the, no girl has an ugly sweater or whatever,
Sure.
And you could even like switch that around to like all the text being together. It says, "This is the ugliest sweater I have." Kind of like when you see like a Halloween costume and it's literally just a shirt. It says, "This is my costume" or something. So I totally get it, and I like the kind of vintage look of these elements as well. So it has a lot. You said it has a lot of attitude, which I agree. I think it's really good.
Yeah, sure.
But
and
yeah,
also what we can what we can say about that, like Drew said in the beginning, it's really important for the topic that you have this pattern. And it's if the image isn't so super strong, like in the You Better Watch Out one that we saw at the beginning, you really need to work with this pattern so you create a more sweater-like look, you know.
Yeah, that's really good to
just
kind
important for the topic.
Give it to bring it home. That's like, you know, it's very like Christmas sweatery. Like
So
this
when we are there, we just compare the from Orange Monkey Art and Ruse next to each other.
Here we go.
We directly see that the composition here is just a lot stronger, you know. And this can be definitely improved on the right one, and I think it can be an easy fix, you know. And then the right one from Ruse would also be very, very good.
Yeah, absolutely. As we scroll, this one really catches my eye. I think Kim always does a great job.
Definitely, that's a really good one. It's actually not that ugly, you know.
It's very like kind of symmetric in a way, like in terms of like layout. And then we have some neat elements that I wouldn't have thought to use, like the gingerbread. And I think these are like birds from our, like, I don't know if they're from the Easter set or anything, but yeah, it's really quite vibrant, right? That would definitely catch your attention.
Totally. But I think this would have gotten also more votes if the colors would be more like the traditional colors, like the green and red, you know. So it's always when you think about working in the design topic, people always have some kind of expectation to your work, and if you even though it's unconscious maybe, and if you fulfill these expectations, people don't really realize, but they automatically say, yeah, that's really nice. I don't know, have I seen this? Maybe. They connect directly to your work.
Yeah, you could have. Yeah, and that's such an easy fix here. Just changing the orange to red.
I just have to say, I think it's always a really good approach to do something new. So, but in a challenge, of course, it's sometimes not the best spot to try something new because, like I said, people think they have some expectations. But in design in general, always do something new. It's really important, and it pushes design to its boundaries.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's pick another one here. What do we think about? Actually, this one also kind of catches my eye. And a lot going on here.
Yo,
what do you think?
It's really high contrast. Like, it's really a lot going on there. I mean, it's 5 times center and then center in the middle. Maybe if you would have reduced the colors or something, it would be. I mean, the topic is of course ugly sweater, right?
Yeah.
If the colors off little, it's fine, but maybe reduce the colors here because it's already a lot of things going on here. The snowflakes with the 5 center, really big words in the background, center in front of it with the chimney. Yeah, I think if you would have taken the snowflakes away, this would have been much clearer, you know.
Yeah, I can see that. I see that. That's kind of cool. Yeah, and also think about, like, you can always think about the shape, right, of that, especially if you're thinking about printing or anything like that. You have that rectangle shape that you want to fill, and the farther you go out, you know, with these snowflakes on the left and right, you know, the more potential you have to make your design smaller, which then is even, you know, if you have the Santas that are really big, which are the whole point, but then you add these snowflakes and then you have to decrease your overall design, then it kind of loses its power. So I think taking the snowflakes away is a great idea. Yeah. Let's see, what else do we have here?
The blue one there is also really nice.
Nikki? Yeah. Wow, that is a lot going on here.
Yeah, but from a design perspective, this is quite nice. It could also be a good poster. And the elements, the thing is, there is a lot going on, but there is symmetry. So we have some structure, you know. We kind of know where we have to look. When we have different elements all over the place, we look at the thing and we can't really figure out what it is, you know. But here we see it at first from impression. It's more or less feels like a pattern, like a mirrored pattern or something. Even though it isn't really like mirrored, you know. There are different elements on both sides, which you see after you have looked at this for some seconds. But I think this also really works pretty good, you know.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. Yeah, I agree. And I another thing, like if we wanted to take your earlier comment about the colors, like obviously the
Mm.
colors are really cool and joyful here, but putting this in that traditional color vibe may have also gotten some more votes. You know, changing the blue
Yeah.
to green, changing the pink to red, like stuff that you're kind of expecting, I guess, when you're looking for ugly sweater. But overall, yeah, I really like this design. Of course, a lot of Santas. You know, I don't know why I don't know what my expectation was other than that, but there are lots of Santas here. I'm not sure. Like I have ones in my room that are like, or my closet that are like themed. So I have like ugly Christmas Star Wars sweater. I have like, you know, like ugly Christmas some t-shirt that are like a show or something. Like they're all themed.
Mm.
But of course we're gonna get a lot of Santas. I like this one. I think it's pretty like I like what they did with the cat. Maybe it doesn't quite like it's not the quite pixelated style as like how the snowflakes look, but I think this is a cool idea. Like
Yeah.
we
And
have
we
the
always have to recognize that people are using the elements that Kittl offers, right?
Mhm.
So we can't really make a, yeah. If they need a cat head and we don't have a pixelated cat head, then
Then they can't use
what are
it.
they supposed to do? You know? I
Yeah.
think they are making the best out of it.
Yeah, no, I think it's a really
Yeah, yeah.
great
And
idea
what is
here.
nice also with the winning designs is the font pairing here with the whole composition. This is
Mhm.
also really important to think about, that the font is matching up with the rest of this illustrative stuff, right? Okay, the cat's in the middle with the antlers, they are very cute, and it looks very great. But if these would have been more pixelated, like everything at all, right? If
Yeah.
everything would be more pixelated, it would be just perfect. Really nice
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
And or the reverse side of that, if the pixelated font had just become like a nice blocky sans serif could
Sure.
also work. Yeah.
One way
Like
or the other.
yeah, one way or the other. Like yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else is kind of catching your fancy here?
I think the on the right from Deb.
Deb?
Yeah, because it
What?
really has this
Oh,
this sweater
wow.
vibe. You know, it's just more or less like a pattern, really nice pattern, and it's kind of funny with the naughty list. You know,
Oh yeah. Yeah,
also
that's
quite
really
nice.
good. This is like that when Philip and I keep saying that traditional trained ourselves to look for something like this is
Yeah.
definitely what is in my head. And this is a great example of using the pixelated you know, looking font because it looks
Yeah.
patterned like that. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
really, really
when I
well
would be
done.
to a Christmas party and anybody would wear this sweater, I would definitely think about talking to them about the sweater. Definitely, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. So with stuff like this, I don't even know if you need text here
Yeah,
because
maybe I think, you know, this it somehow nails the topic, but somehow it isn't the best approach for the topic.
mm,
Because if you get sometimes you get these messages from your really old relatives, and there is a lot of stuff on it, some flowers and they say Happy Easter. It's really super nice, and this is totally the aesthetic of these match. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
Do you get this
definitely.
sometimes from your grandma?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, I
definitely.
think,
I definitely see that.
yeah, yeah, and it's definitely going this direction, so it hits the topic, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, it's not so super aesthetically pleasing because there is so much going on.
Yeah. Let's see. What else do we have? Man, so much. Oh, look
Oh
here.
yeah,
Different theme here. Different theme here.
yo,
That's
different
cool.
approach.
Okay, I'm down with the gingerbread goodness. That's cool. That's the first time we've seen like thematically that one. But like when I'm looking at this, I'm like, that's nice. I don't like I don't like put it in the ugly Christmas sweater category, I guess.
Mm. Yeah, it's a little off topic. It's great, but yeah, I don't really see it on the sweater. Of course, more like on the postcard or
Mm.
you know, it's a really nice design. It's a little too nice for this challenge.
Yeah, it's good, but for a different reason.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Let's see. Oh, how about this?
Yo, this one actually, from a design perspective, is pretty much my favorite, and I think Yeah, we should definitely give her a heart.
Yeah.
This is really, if you would wear a sweater in these colors, the colors are kind of like really bright, but they work really good together. And I think this is really actually not, I mean, it's definitely an ugly sweater design, but it somehow, besides from its ugliness, it has some charm, you know? It has this it's pretty. It's just pretty, you know?
Yeah, it
I really
is.
like it. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it on this cream color. I could definitely see that on a cream sweater, or changing the cream to like white. I could see that as well. I mean, a variety of colors. I think the way that they've made the popping colors happen would stand out on a variety of clothing colors. So really, really well done here. I like that a lot. That's nice.
The illustrations are picked pretty good, because the reindeer that you see there, they have this really like constructed. They seem a little dynamic, but they seem also very constructed. And if you have this knitted work that the sweater is made of, this is just the perfect aesthetic for that.
Yeah, really well done there. Yeah, just another comment on this. Like, this is too nice for.
Yeah, and this is definitely a Christmas card, and it's a nice Christmas card. And if the topic would have been create a nice Christmas design, this would have been on the top, right?
Yeah, it's really nice.
This is actually a thing. If you work as a designer, by the way, if you have a client that gives you a briefing, and you can do as good as you want, if it's like a little off topic, the client doesn't like it. And the same in the challenge. If it's off topic, people will not vote for it because it doesn't really fit in there. But it's not a critique, you know, it's a really good design. So,
yeah.
But just in the wrong topic.
Yeah, it's just know your audience as well, you know.
Right.
Let's see. I like the idea of this one a lot. Because we've got this creative pattern with both the reindeer and the snowflake. So we kind of checked off one box at least of having that kind of pattern we were talking about. But then, yeah, I don't know. Like, what do you think about this one? Like, how could we make it uglier?
How to improve the ugliness?
How do we improve the ugliness?
And that's a tough one, because actually all the criteria that we talked about are more or less given here. You know, it has the colors, it has the knitted like font and the pattern.
Maybe it's texture. Maybe we're missing the stitchy looking texture.
Yeah, it's quite hard for a designer to make a professional judgment about a lot of these things, because they are so specific, you know, and so they have this specific type of humor. And I actually can't really say why this has gotten 4 votes, right? Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, 4 votes, I guess. No?
Yeah, I would say maybe it's just that I would change the font color to white. I think that would already be more in line with this pattern up here in the, you know, the regular white red stitching. And then, yeah, maybe throwing some texture on there just to make it look like that knitted effect. Because I think that's really kind of what separated some of these other designs, is that they probably spent quite a bit of time either trying to put textures together to make this kind of knitted effect, or they just downloaded and uploaded some sort of knitted looking thing and then turned the opacity down or something. But yeah, I think that this also is just, I like it a lot. I think there's just like little tweaks to improve the ugliness that we would
the color of the text. And I think maybe here you can again take the snowflakes in the background maybe away and make the car a little bigger so it gets clearer to watch.
Yes. Okay, cool. Well, we've reached the bottom, and this has been a lot of fun, but I think it is time to announce Philipp's special winner, which we have pre-selected as JSH's Let's Get Lit. So,
yeah, but wait a second. I will tell you why I think this is the winner of my heart. Because I was just scrolling down and I really thought all of these designs are like a lot of fun to watch. And then I scrolled down and I was looking at this one in a small miniature format, you know. I was like, what is this? And I just clicked on it, and so I know basically most of the illustrations that the people are using here, as you might know from the previous video we did. And I just saw this approach and how the person who made this just looked at this illustration, and it just made me laugh, you know.
Yeah, it
really
is
loud out, you know.
Yeah, it's definitely funny. They've used components in ways that, like,
I haven't seen this, you know. I work with these illustrations and I upload them or something, and then somebody sees illustrations and makes something that I haven't seen before. So it's really funny for me.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, they're doing lots. They're adding elements to frames. They're adding elements on top of like vintage-esque looking drawings and using the text quite well. So this is like somewhere in that like the colors just scream the ugliness, and that's what like sets it over the top. So if you saw this on a netted sweater, like you get both points. Like you get the ugliness, but then somebody goes like, ah, nice. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
I would definitely tap that person on the shoulder, you know, like, nice sweater, man.
Super funny. Okay, well, JSH, well done. Your account has been upgraded, and you've won Philip's heart for this design challenge.
Definitely, man.
Very funny. But yeah, just absolutely great to everyone. I mean, I scrolled through this a couple of times while the challenge was going on, and you know, not to say like this is my favorite or anything by any means, but I did like the, yeah, I don't want to say like holistic approach, but like I liked seeing that, like, yes, people are really getting, like, they're trying new things, but they're also like staying within the design brief, as you kind of saw, because we've had a couple of challenges where some people just kind of go off off the rails and some crazy design. So I really liked seeing what people were going to do with this one. So I mean, what like, if you had any I guess encouraging thoughts to give before we sign off of the challenge recap here, what would you say?
So I would say, if you want to improve your design and generally get better with things like composition, check out the first three winners, because what is really obvious here is that they really understood the topic and stick to the topic, and they had great capability of font pairing to illustrations. Maybe, this is, I think, the most important thing to recognize, that in all these three designs, the font matched the illustrations very, very well.
Yeah.
And this is definitely a conscious choice, and you have to think about this as a designer.
Absolutely. Well, thank you everyone for checking out the recap. If you missed this one and you're thinking, dang it, I want to win awesome prizes, then check the link right below us so that you can enter the next challenge, because we're going to have ongoing challenges for the weeks, years, whatever to come, as many challenges we could put out. And definitely don't forget to subscribe as well to Kittl so you don't miss any updates. And again, if you didn't watch Philip and mine's video on illustrations and how we kind of go from process all the way to uploading, then definitely check that out. I will link that below as well. So until then, I hope you all have a great day, evening, whatever it is, and we will catch you in the next video. Bye.
Merry Christmas.